protein is having quite the moment. We're putting it in cereal, bars, and drinks, yet somehow we've managed to make it ridiculously complicated. Don't eat more than 30 grams at once. Drink your shake within 30 minutes of your workout. You must eat cottage cheese before bed. It's enough to make your head spin. So today, we're going to separate the protein rules that actually matter from the ones you can finally stop worrying about. And if you're over 50, stay with me, because there's one protein rule that becomes much more important as we age. Somewhere along the way, health advice became a collection of impossible rules. And when things get too complicated, we start worrying about being perfect instead of being consistent. Protein is a perfect example. So let's clear the air with 5 rules that actually work in real life. Rule number 1. Let's bust this myth first. Your body doesn't suddenly stop absorbing protein the moment you hit 30 grams. That famous limit is an oversimplification. So, no, the 31 gram doesn't tumble into a nutritional trash can. Rule number 2. Here's the rule I really want you to remember. If you're over 50, getting enough becomes even more important. And I'll explain why in just a moment. We've been told for years that if we don't drink a protein shake within 30 minutes of exercising, you've somehow wasted your workout. Your muscles didn't get that memo. Resistance exercise makes your muscles more responsive to protein for much longer than the narrow 30-minute window. So if you enjoy a protein shake after exercising, wonderful, have it. But you don't need to sprint from the dumbbells to the blender. And remember the cottage cheese before bed? There actually is some science behind this one. Casein, the slow digestive protein that's found in dairy, can provide amino acids during the overnight period. And research suggests that pre-sleep protein can stimulate overnight muscle protein synthesis. But that doesn't make bedtime a magical protein window. A little yogurt or cottage cheese before bed can simply be another opportunity to add protein to your day. And if you've eaten enough protein, you don't need to force yourself to eat cottage cheese at 10 o'clock because the internet told you so. Now, while those timing rules are flexible for most of us, there is one group that should pay closer attention to protein. And that's those of us over 50. As we age, our muscles become a little hard of hearing when protein knocks on the door. Researchers call this anabolic resistance. In simple terms, our muscles don't respond quite as strongly to the protein signal as they once did. And this isn't about looking like a bodybuilder. Muscles help us get out of a chair, climb the stairs, carry groceries, maintain our balance, which is important, support our bones, recover from illness, and continue doing the things we love. Muscle is part of the foundation of our independence. But many expert groups recommend approximately 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram per day for healthy older adults, depending on individual circumstances. Don't save almost all your protein for dinner. Try including a meaningful source of protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Think distribution, not obsession. And individual needs do vary. If you have kidney disease or another medical condition that affects your protein needs, talk to your healthcare professional or registered dietitian before making major dietary changes. Now, the food industry has figured something out. The word protein in big letters on a package, and suddenly the food gets a health halo. But a protein cookie is still a cookie. And this brings us right back to something we've talked about here on Meritage Shades of Light. Turn it around. Don't let the front of the package make the nutritional decision for you. Look at the ingredients. Look at the added sugar. Look at the fiber. Look at the whole food. And whenever possible, choose nutrient-rich protein sources such as eggs, fish, and Greek yogurt. But the point is, you have options. Beans, lentils, tofu, edamame, dairy, poultry, nuts and seeds all contribute protein. You're not simply buying a protein number, you're choosing the entire nutritional package. Turn it around. And for my viewers who prefer plant proteins, yes, they absolutely count. Some plant proteins differ in their amino acid profiles and digestibility, but you don't need to obsess about pairing specific proteins at every single meal. A varied diet includes foods such as beans, lentils, soy foods, whole grains. So let's simplify all this. Here are the protein rules that actually matter. Number 1, get enough protein across the day. Number 2, don't fear the 31st gram. Number 3, spread your protein out when practical. Number 4, as you get older, prioritize protein and use your muscles to help preserve strength and independence. Number 5, choose nutrient-rich foods more often than highly processed foods wearing a protein halo. Notice what's missing? A stopwatch. You don't need one. Sometimes we become so focused on optimizing our health that we make healthy living harder than it needs to be. Was that exactly 30 grams? Did I eat it precisely at the right time? Should I eat cottage cheese before bed? Did I miss my protein window? Meanwhile, the things that make the biggest difference are sitting quietly in the background. Eat nourishing food. Get enough protein. Use your muscles. Move your body. Sleep. And do those things consistently. So here's your homework for tomorrow morning. Look at your breakfast and ask yourself one simple question. Where is my protein? Not because breakfast has to be perfect, but because small choices repeated consistently help protect the body we want to keep living in. And tell me in the comments, what is your favorite whole food source of protein? I'll be reading all of your answers. Until next time, take good care of yourself. And I'll see you right here on Meritage Shades of Light. Don't count every minute. Don't fear the 31st gram. Get enough protein. Choose good food. And keep using those muscles. That's a protein plan I can actually live with.